There are moments in the water when all we hear is the beat of our own heart, and we feel our body drifting as lightly as a breath, and swimming fast suddenly becomes effortless. Hello everyone. Today I want to share something that many people over 60 still believe is difficult: swimming long distances without getting tired. You don't need strength, you don't need speed, just a gentle coordination between your breathing and the way you glide through the water. In fact, when you understand the rhythm, you're no longer fighting the water. You're moving with it. And before we begin, try leaving a comment with the number 1 if you've ever wanted to swim farther but often ended up out of breath. I'd love to read your honest experiences to feel the heartbeat of our community. So, let's begin this gentle journey together. When we talk about swimming far, especially for those who've lived more than half a lifetime, I always start with a small but powerful truth. Our bodies are no longer young, but they're wiser than ever. They know how to conserve energy, how to relax at the right moment, and most importantly, how to listen to their own breath. And the very first thing that makes many older swimmers tire quickly is shallow breathing. After 60, our lung capacity naturally decreases. Our breaths become shorter. And if we try to hold our breath, our bodies tighten like a rope pulled too hard. That tension is what exhausts us, not the distance itself. Research from the National Institute on Aging shows that when older adults maintain a steady breath, their heart rate drops by about 8 to 12%, allowing them to swim longer with less energy consumption. So the first key is exhaling underwater. Don't hold your breath. Don't restrain it. Imagine that every time your face is in the water, you breathe out as if releasing some hidden fatigue from your body. Those bubbles are not just breath, they are release. When you fully exhale, inhaling becomes effortless, an automatic response, not a strain. And from breath, we move to the motion of turning the head. Many older swimmers lift their heads too high, which makes their hips sink. It's like resisting the water, forcing the body to work harder to stay balanced. Instead, we just need to rotate the head gently to one side, as if listening to someone whispering. Don't bend your neck, don't twist too much. For people over 60, this softness not only supports better breathing, but also protects the cervical spine and reduces dizziness. And once the breath begins to harmonize with the water, we start to feel the second wonderful element, the glide. Gliding is the pause, the moment of rest between movements. Professional swimmers in the US often say, it's not the pull that makes the distance, it's the glide after the pull. Older bodies are particularly suited for this style, because gliding doesn't require strength, it requires position. When your body is straight, your head is down, and your hips are gently lifted, the water wraps around you and carries you forward by pure momentum. That's the moment when you're not swimming, you're being carried by the water. And when you allow the water to do its part, your body suddenly feels astonishingly light. When I talk about gliding, I love the image of a seabird. They don't flap their wings constantly. They take a few strokes for momentum and then surrender themselves to the wind. Our bodies in the water are the same. We don't always need effort. Sometimes we just need to flow with the current. And to do that, there's no need for strong kicks, just small, steady ones, like drawing soft ripples beneath the surface. For older swimmers, strong kicking often causes cramps, especially in the calves and feet. Gentle movement, in truth, is the strongest way to go far. When breath and glide begin to merge, we create a beautiful cycle. Pull, glide, exhale, turn to inhale, glide again. That cycle feels like the rhythm of a song our body sings together with the water. And this is the most important point of the entire video. Swimming far isn't about strength. It's about rhythm, breath rhythm, glide rhythm, and the rhythm of letting go. If you truly feel this, please comment OK below so I know the moment has touched your heart. Next, we move to simple exercises that any older swimmer can begin during their very next session. I always encourage my senior students to start with breathing drills at the pool edge. Just place your hands on the wall, submerge your face, breathe out underwater, lift your head and breathe in. Repeat this several dozen times for 3 to 5 minutes, and the body will adjust to releasing air underwater. It's a small step, but extremely important, like building a strong foundation before constructing a house. After that, you can practice gliding with a kickboard. Push gently and let your body slide. Just one good glide helps you understand the feeling of being supported by the water. Once comfortable, move to the one-arm drill, one hand pulling, one hand holding the board. This trains head turning and helps the breath flow naturally without strain. And when you're ready, you can swim a gentle 25 meters, resting only 30 to 45 seconds. There's no need to push harder. Swimming isn't about racing. It's about feeling your body alive, light, and free. But along the way, we sometimes make small mistakes that create big fatigue. Many swimmers still raise their heads too high, pulling their legs down like an anchor. Some hold their breath too long, filling their lungs with CO2, forcing their heart to beat faster. Others pull the water too forcefully, causing tension in the shoulders. None of these reflect poor health or age. They simply show the body is trying too hard. And the water, always knowing, never asks us to try that hard. When we relax, the water holds us like an old friend. When we breathe steadily, the water gives us its quietness. When we glide, the water returns a sense of freedom we may have forgotten somewhere among life's worries. That is exactly why many people after 60 begin to love swimming more than at any other time in their life. Because swimming doesn't just strengthen the heart and lungs, it gives us back peace, an ease, a calmness that youth sometimes took for granted. And most importantly, when we coordinate breath and glide correctly, we don't just swim farther, we swim lighter, as if every movement touches a soft memory hidden somewhere in our life. When breath blends with the water and the body knows how to flow with the current, we don't just swim far, we rediscover a quiet peace that age can never take away. My dear friends, the journey of swimming far without getting tired truly begins with something small, knowing how to breathe and knowing how to glide. When you find your own rhythm, you'll see the water is no longer a challenge. It becomes an ally, a place where the body relaxes and the spirit returns to calm. If this video gives you a new perspective on swimming, please leave a comment. And don't forget to subscribe so we can continue experiencing more beautiful journeys together in the water. I'll see you in the next video. Wishing you health, peace, and those light, gentle moments in every meter you swim.